Have you ever been helping in the kitchen, cutting up an onion for dinner, and suddenly your eyes start watering like you're watching the saddest movie ever? You're not alone. This happens to almost everyone, and there's actually a really cool scientific reason behind it. Today we're going to discover the amazing chemistry that happens when you slice into an onion, and why your body reacts the way it does. Get ready to learn some eye-opening facts about one of the world's most tear-inducing vegetables. Onions are basically nature's own little tear gas factories, and they develop this sneaky trick to protect themselves from being eaten. When an onion is growing underground, it stores special chemicals in its layers that act like a security system. Think of it like a burglar alarm, but instead of making noise, it makes tears. These chemicals stay safely separated inside the onion until something comes along and damages it, like when you take a knife and start chopping. The moment your knife breaks through an onion's skin and starts cutting through its layers, you're basically breaking down tiny cell walls that have been keeping different chemicals apart. It's like breaking open two different containers that were never meant to mix together. When these separated chemicals suddenly meet each other for the first time, they immediately start reacting and creating something completely new. This whole process happens in just seconds, which is why you might notice your eyes starting to water almost immediately after you make that first cut. Inside every onion, there are special chemicals called enzymes that work like tiny chemical factories, and sulfur compounds that smell really strong. When you cut the onion, the enzyme called the lionase gets activated and starts working on the sulfur compounds, kind of like how a key starts a car engine. This chemical reaction creates a new gas that floats up into the air, and this gas is what's going to cause all the trouble for your eyes. The whole process is like a chain reaction where one thing leads to another, and it all happens faster than you can blink. The gas that's created from this chemical reaction has a really long scientific name, propanethyl S oxide, but you can just call it the tear gas. This invisible gas is lighter than air, so it floats upward from your cutting board straight toward your face and eyes. Even though you can't see it, this gas is incredibly powerful and can travel several feet away from the onion you're cutting. It's like an invisible cloud of trouble that's heading straight for your eyes, and there's no stopping it once it's been released into the air around you. When this onion gas reaches your eyes, your body immediately recognizes it as something that could be harmful and dangerous. Your eyes have special sensors that detect irritating substances, kind of like smoke detectors in your house that go off when there's danger. Once your eyes sense this irritating gas, they automatically start producing tears to wash it away and protect your delicate eye tissues. It's actually your body being really smart and trying to keep you safe, even though it feels pretty annoying when it's happening to you. Here's where things get even more interesting. When that tear-making gas mixes with the water in your tears, it actually forms a very weak acid called sulfuric acid. This is the same stuff that's in car batteries, but don't worry, it's much, much weaker in your tears. This weak acid is what causes that burning, stinging feeling in your eyes when you're cutting onions. Your nose might start running too, because the same gas can irritate the sensitive tissues inside your nostrils, making your whole face feel like it's under attack from this sneaky little vegetable. The good news is that there are some really clever ways to outsmart an onion and reduce the tears. Putting your onion in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes before cutting it slows down the chemical reactions that create the tear gas. Using a really sharp knife instead of a dull one causes less damage to the onion cells, which means fewer chemicals get released into the air. Some people even cut onions under running water or near a fan, because water can absorb the gas and moving air can blow it away from your face before it reaches your eyes. What's the weirdest trick you've heard of or tried to stop onion tears? Share your funniest onion cutting disaster story below.